Alright y'all, so I'm back with another video, right? So when I first started this channel, I had reacted to or watched a video by this YouTuber, Austin Dunham. He did like a lot of fitness videos. That's how I got put onto his stuff when I was like really into my fitness shit. I was looking up like different things. I came across this stuff. But anyways, fast forward, one of his videos popped up and recommended, and then that's what kind of kicked off this channel. It was like the red pill versus black pill. Learned a lot from that video. Learned definitely that the black pill was 100% biased, right? Based solely upon like the European beauty standards, and it was just like all these other factors that favored towards a specific physical group, right? So I was just like, you know what, let me revisit his channel, his other channel where he posts the other types of videos outside his workout videos, to see if there's anything on there that's interesting. So he recently posted this video titled "Never Do This on the First Date." So based solely on the title, he's going to give tips on what not to do on the first date. Me personally, I think it depends on the date, depends on who you're dating. It varies based on the type of person, how you've encountered that person. Did that person ask you out? Did you ask them out? Did y'all have like some type of like relationship beforehand, as far as like friendship, or like were y'all just like associates prior, you know, things of that nature that y'all meet on dating apps, you know? So it varies, you know. I would give a general, but I think these days now is so many different ways to meet someone and go on the quote unquote first date that, you know, it's hard to give a generalization. So we about to get into this right now. Let's get it.
Yo, what is up, 80 team? Austin Dunham back again with another video. Yes, I know I shaved my facial hair again, out here looking like Keith Powers. A lot of you guys have been mentioning, but today we're not gonna worry about the facial hair because we're gonna talk about first dates. First dates is something I really have not talked about on this channel at all, but it's very, very crucial and important that you have a perfect first date, because as a single guy, you're gonna go on a lot of them.
He went on a double date?
I've been on a lot of them. I've had good ones, I've had bad ones, and I know exactly what to do in order to have the best first date. I'm gonna give you some tips through.
And he would put that in there. Be like, yeah, that's what you want for the end of a good first date. It'd be funny if you would have put a brief example of a bad first date, like the ending of a bad first date. That would be interesting. That would be funny. But that's just me.
Watching this TikTok video, and I was tagged in this video, and no disrespect to this guy who made this video, but I saw some bad things that I don't want you guys to do in this advice. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna watch the video, kind of react to it, and then I'm gonna give you some tips as I go along throughout the video, and hopefully after this video you're gonna have some really, really good first date tips. So go ahead and subscribe, like the video. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
So you wanna know what to do on a date? I got you. So boy, I'm gonna tell you what I do.
All right, so already off rip. This kid right here, he's a kid. This guy mad young. So his tips will probably be beneficial for his age group, not older age group. So take this with a grain of salt. I think throughout this video I'm probably going to put myself in his shoes, take myself back to that age and be like, all right, this works, this doesn't work, and then I'm probably going to just talk about what currently works and what doesn't work. That'll probably be the best move, because I could tell already dude's mad young, like mad young.
I like to text the girl, tell her I'm on the way, but when I get there, I go up to her door and ring the doorbell.
All right, let's analyze that at first. So he said what he likes to do is text a girl, let him know that he's on the way, and then when he gets there, ring the doorbell.
See, what I would do, okay, text her saying you're on the way, that's cool, whatever, right? If you picking the girl up, right? If you're picking the girl up, if you decide to pick her up, that's cool. And then probably when you get there, you text, all right, I'm outside, and then she'll reply if she's ready or not. Then that's when you probably go to the door, you tell her to come to the car, you know. Or if you guys came separately, that would probably be another good option too. If you guys went to the location separately and not just picked her up. But if you, like I said, if I gotta speak from his perspective, because dude's mad young, he is probably picking the girl up to prove that, you know, he can drive and, you know, show off his little hoopty that is dope for a high school kid, you know. So, you know, it's a different mindset. You gotta put yourself in that mindset. I don't know what Austin's gonna say, but you gotta put yourself in that mindset. But if I had to put in the current mindset, I don't know if I'll be picking the girl up. Maybe not. If I do end up picking the girl up, I don't know, Coach.
So first things first, I feel like he's approaching the first date from a fairy tale, Disney, teenage movie type of perspective. Here's the first tip, guys. Never pick up the girl on a first date. You guys want to meet separately at a certain location. And yes, I've done it before. I've driven my car to meet up and pick up a girl. One, because I just wanted to show off my car. I didn't really care about picking up
That's a clean little Corvette.
Nice car. First mistake. And two, you need an exit strategy just in case something goes wrong. She does too.
That's a good point.
When you guys drive together in the same car and you pick her up and you go somewhere, just in case the day goes bad or she looks different or she isn't feeling you, now you...
So he said the little key phrase, she looks different. So yeah, definitely if it's like a situation where you meet the girl on a dating app, yeah, most definitely. But even before we get to that point, if we meet on a dating app and I somehow am in a situation where I gotta pick this girl up and I pull up and she doesn't look how she looks, she's not getting in the car, bro. She gonna try to open up the door, that nope, lock. Nope. You're not even getting in the whip, bro. Like, you owe me money. You wasted my time because you do not look how you look in the photos. You just told a beer lie. Like, we're not dealing with that today. We're not dealing with beer lies today. You know, just give me the money to make me feel better about the lie that you put me through, so I can take that money and go out with someone else or with myself. That wouldn't be a bad option either. But I definitely see Austin's point. Let's get back to this.
You guys are trapped and stuck with each other and you can't go nowhere. Plus, your forced interaction to drive to wherever you're going. You could be going somewhere 10 minutes away, 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away. You don't want to be trapped in a singular type of object with somebody that you just met. Never pick up a girl on the first date. That's my first tip. And if you do, I wouldn't ring the doorbell. You can ring the doorbell. I would just say, come meet me outside. If you want to be a gentleman, open the door for her, go ahead. But I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's like...
If I didn't meet the parents already, I like to introduce myself to the parents so they'll know who her daughter's going out with.
See, definitely. Ooh, see that another one. That meeting the parents, that's definitely some high school teenager-ish right there. That's some kid shit. Me, I'm not gonna meet the parents unless I'm trying to wife this girl up. About to put a ring on this girl's finger. It's getting serious, something like that. But off rip, nah, I'm not. We ain't doing all that, Coach. We definitely not doing all that. That's too much, Coach.
That'll get you some cool points.
Okay, he said he would introduce himself to the parents. So I'm taking that this guy is more of a younger guy. This seems more like game for a 16, 17-year-old. Maybe if you're 15 years old, most 15-year-olds don't drive. So I would say 16, 17 years old, sophomore or junior in high school. And yes, if you do approach it that way, more than likely the girl is still going to live with her parents.
Yeah, see, you got to look at the kid's mindset.
Want to meet you. And I've had cases like that too, to where I did go drive, meet the girl, and then her parents wanted to meet me, so I just shook hands with the mom and dad or whatever, made it real quick, and then we left. So it really depends on your age group, but keep in mind the things I'm saying is more for early 20s guys. This could work when you're a teenager, but every guy's gonna have to progress to this game that I'm talking about now, so you might as well hear it now from me.
Once you come out, you know your mama raised a gentleman, so open her door for her. Then once we get in the car, I give her a compliment.
Wait. Let's rewind that.
Then once we get in the car, I give her a compliment, preferably with the word pretty in. For some reason, girls like the word pretty. So
I don't know about all that. I think the most I would do is say, "Oh, you look nice." That's the most, like that level of complimenting her and just putting her on a pedestal. Nah, Coach, you don't want to. You don't want to do that. You still want to keep that equal level playing field mindset. You don't want to just constantly uplift the girl, because then at that point she's probably going to just, ultimately feel like she's in a position to somewhat take over. We We not doing that. She's not the leader of the pack. We ain't doing that.
Yeah. No offense to this guy, but I don't think he's red pill aware at all.
See, he's young though.
He said
That's another thing too. This kid is mad young, so you gotta look at it from his perspective too. It's just like this is some kiddie-ish.
opens the car for her.
Entertaining.
First date. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I've done it before. I still do it sometimes. And two, he said he compliments the girl, calling her pretty, because girls like the word pretty. Now, there's nothing wrong with complimenting a girl, but based on what I'm hearing from the video, it sounds like he's trying to prove himself to the woman, when in fact it should be not that case at all. When you go on a first date, you're proving each other to each other. You don't want to pedestalize the girl. He's already going into it with the mindset of this girl is better than me. Let me try and validate her, prove myself to her so that she'll like me even more. Let me meet her parents, show that I'm such a gentleman, open the car door for her, and then on top of that, give her a compliment, call her pretty when she gets in the car. Guys, there's nothing wrong with validating a chick, in my opinion. You can say that, oh, you look nice, by the way. Like, you can do it in a casual manner.
Yeah, see.
But if you're like overdoing it and using the word pretty,
Yeah, if you like I said, if you doing too much, like I said, man, oh, you look nice. That's the most. Oh, you look pretty. You doing too much. It's just like, all right, she about to run all over you. You about to be whipped without even getting to the location. You know what I'm saying?
beautiful. That's when I personally feel like you are overdoing it, especially for a first date. Keep in mind, we are still talking about a first date.
But when we get to the place where we going on a date at, make sure you pay for everything. Don't let the girl pull out her wallet for nothing. Even if she says she got it.
Oof. I don't know. I think it depends. This is another thing. It depends on the type of date. I mean, like I said, if you go to his mindset, his age group, all right, it probably makes sense. But like nowadays, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm into like really splitting it. I'm into that. Some guys aren't. Some guys are a lot more of that traditional mindset where they feel like they need to pay for everything. That's cool too. But some girls is cool depending on it. It just depends, man. It really depends. Some girls is perfectly fine with splitting it. Shoot, even some cases, some girls is perfectly fine with paying for everything, and they don't have an issue with it. Especially if you establish what type of date it is, and if you still are able to establish some form of dominance, even though she paid for it, then she's perfectly fine. Matter of fact, my homie, he was like his grandpa back in the day was able to finagle that with his grandma too, right? He was like, this dude just came back from like the army, and back then it was all about military. You was in the military, you was a celebrity at that point, right? So women was throwing themselves at you and shit. So he was like, he walked into this one girl, which became his wife, dude's grandma eventually. He was like, so you gonna take me on a date? And she was like, yeah. She took him on a date and she paid for it. That's crazy, right? Crazy.
You got it. Then during the day,
I actually agree with him on this. If you're taking a girl out, usually it's because you pursued her, you asked her out on a date. That's usually how it goes. So you as a man, yes, you should pay for the first date. Definitely, 100% agree with that. Do not split checks. The only reason you would split a check is if the girl is running up the bill. And guys, I've been on so many first dates. I've been in situations where the girl is running up the bill without any.
Hey, some girls do that shit to test you though. They do that shit to test you, see if you really gonna pay for everything. And with some bullshit, if they get a bunch of shit and they don't even finish anything, like you're just like, what the fuck? You just got the most expensive shit and you didn't even pretty much you just looked at it. Like you just wasted money, So definitely you be like, shit, you paying for that. This was just supposed to be some casual thing. You're not even my girl. But either way, I'm still a huge advocate for splitting the bill. Maybe if it's super cheap, I'll probably pay for it all, right? And if she asks me out, then she's definitely paying for everything. We not, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
Sort of like care or mind, so I just assume we're splitting the date. Like I ordered one drink, you're ordering 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna split the check. But if we're just going somewhere and we're getting a drink or just getting a bite to eat, of course I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna pay for it. That shows her that you're at least a little bit financially stable. You're doing a little bit of gender roles. You're leading the interaction, right? So if you're leading the interaction as a man, I feel like you should also pay for it too.
During the day, you want to make sure she's comfortable. Don't let her be uncomfortable. Then during the day, you want to talk about her too. Like, girls like talk about themselves. So keep the conversation going by talking about her. Then boom, after the day, you want to
I did like that point too. So overall, it's not bad. Definitely ask her questions. Talk about her interests, what she likes. You do more of the listening.
You know what they say, right? The first date is a job interview. The first date is definitely a job interview. You gotta ask, like, what do you do for a living? She'll say that, what she does. If it's something that's interesting, you could be like, oh, elaborate on that, and then you can just interject yourself into it as far as what you do, not too much.
That's how you also keep a conversation going too, is simply by asking follow-up questions and then encouraging statements in there too. I'm gonna give a little example. So tell me, like, are you from this area? Like, where have you been? Oh, I'm the girl right now. Oh, I'm actually from South Florida, but I just moved here a year ago. Oh, really? That's dope. I've been here 2 years myself. Are you in college? Yeah, I'm currently in school right now, but I only got 1 year left. Oh, nice. I actually graduated back in 2018, but right now I'm doing some master degree work or, doing whatever else. That's cool. What are you actually studying for? You see how I'm asking her questions and I'm following up with statements and questions to keep the conversation going, but I'm still mostly focusing on her. That's how you approach at least first date conversations. Learn more about her. Keep yourself a little bit of a mystery. She should be asking you, like, all right, enough about me. Like, what about you? You haven't said anything. If she says that, that's a good sign.
after the day, you want to take her home. And remember to always open her door for her, even when she's about to go home too. But before you do that, when y'all at her house, be like, give me a kiss, then pull her in for a kiss. I like to grab her neck or her chin. Then after that,
Ooh, that sounds like you trying to go to jail. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I think in any age group, that one right there is not going to fly. That's not going to work. That's force. I mean, that's a no. That's all the good that you got that you was getting thumbs up before in the past. That right there is just gonna take it away, and they gonna take you away forever.
I'd be like,
Okay, so he said open the car door for her when you go home, and then before you leave, give her a kiss. He likes to pull her in by her neck or her chin. And he did it by saying, like, give me a kiss. Based on if you kiss a girl or not on the first date will be solely on the interaction of the first date and how the girl is feeling you. You guys should know, based on a girl's personality and how her vibe is, if she is feeling you. Some girls are very, very shy. This is how you know a girl likes you, by the way. If a girl is very, very shy on the first date, not really touchy, kind of quiet even, then that's how you know it's probably not the best idea to try and go in for a kiss. But, I've been out on dates with girls with very bubbly personalities. She bubbly, extroverted, talkative, touching you, and showing interest. Then I feel like going...
Oof, I don't know about that whole bubbly, big time extrovert thing. Some of those girls are kind of off. They're kind of crazy. Some of those girls, they too over the top. You gotta cut them loose. That's where the separate car thing that he spoke about at the beginning comes into play. You gotta finagle your way out of there. And if you guys came in the same car, your car, you picked her up, you still gotta finagle your way out of there. You still gotta finagle your way out of there. And she gonna have to, Uber, Lyft, figure it out, taxi, I don't know. Just block the number at that point, because some of them bubbly extrovert, the ones that are just like talk, and it's just like, yeah, she's something's a little off. You know what I'm talking about. You can tell when she's a little off. Those you gotta get to the curb, coach.
Kissing on the first date is not bad, but still, I prefer not to kiss on the first date. And then if I do, it's definitely not in a sexual manner like that, like grabbing her by the neck, kissing her, whatever the case may be. And the reason why I personally don't like to kiss on the first date is because it kind of reveals my cards a little too early. Keep in mind, I'm talking from a red pill perspective too, not from a traditional perspective. I'm speaking from a red pill type of lens. I don't want to reveal my cards too early, especially if, like, I'm just dropping her off at her place or we're not coming back to my crib, whatever. Like, we came back to my crib and I put her back, sure, of course I'm gonna go in for a kiss, but if I'm just dropping her off, I'm gonna say, yo, have a great time, and I'm gonna let her mind wander for a few days and let her follow back up with me. I'm not gonna kiss on the first date, but if you guys are still kissing, you can do that. I've had success with kissing girls.
Also, you do not take her back to your place on the first date. Don't meet at your place. That's a license to that goes back into the whole she could be crazy type of type blah blah. Dang, I am getting so tongue tied today. That goes back into the she's potentially crazy thing. I wouldn't even do it, no matter how good the night might end. I wouldn't take her back to my crib like that unless you have a way for her to be completely kicked out the place and have a loss of memory when it comes to where exactly you live. You know, I don't know. I'm secretive like that. I like to keep that to myself. You know.
Girls on the first date too, and then I also had times where I kissed a girl on the first date and I never saw her again. So
I'd be like, when I'm gonna see you again? Works every time.
guys, never do this. He asked the girl, when am I going to see you again after the first date in person? Never.
Yeah, that seems kind of desperate.
Never do that. Like I said, you're gonna leave the date with her kind of wondering, like, does he even really like me? And then let her follow back up with you. You never initiate, at least in person, never say, when am I gonna see you again? That sounds like you're desperate, like you're too into her, and that you're into her more than she is into you. Guys, never do that. Don't even text her that. Don't even text her, when am I gonna see you again? If she's into you, she would follow back up with you a day or two later, saying, or even that same night, saying, hey, I had a great time. Let me know when you're back home. We should do this again. Let her show that interest to you. Never, please never do that.
Then when you get home, text her and tell you you had a good time. That's it.
So you guys already know, I'm gonna say, definitely don't do that. He said, verbally tell her when I want to see you again, and then follow up with, I had a great time. Guys.
Nah, you just drop her off, and you know, it depends. If she texts you, I'll say, if she texts you that night, I'll say no, respond until like the next day. Or if she texts you a few days later, you got like a few hours to maybe a day at most to, you know, respond to that text. Never come off as desperate. Never come off as if you are in need of her. You want it to have the other way around, where she is more into you than you are into her, type of thing, you know?
Just don't do that. Like I said, same exact reasons before. You're too eager. You're showing that you're too interested. You're not leaving any sort of mystery in her head from the first date. And since you're already revealing your cards, she's gonna put in way less more work to even see you beyond that, because she already knows that you like her. So guys, don't do that. Let her follow back up with you. I promise you will see better results on a first date. Follow all those tips, and even if you're a young guy, 16, 17 years old, you can implement these tips too. So subscribe, like the video. I'm gonna see you guys.
All right, y'all, we're gonna cut it off there. Pretty good video. I did not know that he was going to look at a video from a guy that was like in preschool. You know, this guy's still drinking out of juice boxes. But yeah, man, I mean, you gotta put yourself in that mindset. You know, that's the only way a lot of this was gonna work. I think the only thing that really wasn't gonna work was that forced kiss. That'll put anybody in jail. You know what I'm saying? That'll lock you up if you just came fresh out the womb. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I mean, like I was saying, a lot of that stuff is definitely young shit. If you are, like he said, like 20s and up, like you, that's definitely not gonna work. Definitely not gonna work. But yeah, I mean, cool video overall. Nice to hear Austin's thoughts. My thoughts, kind of similar to Austin's. A few things we weren't fully in agreement on, like the paying for the dinner, and it, you know, like I said, it depends on the situation and the type of relationship that you have with the girl. For me to, you know, really elaborate on that, or even a lot of stuff when it comes to the first date. But anyways, these are my thoughts. More videos on the way. Do the typical thing that YouTubers tell y'all to do: like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on social media sites. More videos on the way. Till next time, I'm out.